Before we even start, can you describe what you're looking at here?
I'm looking at 5 animals. I'm assuming the mom animal has an afro.
Okay. Yep.
And I'm going to use my context clues here. I see the title, you know, when you like pause something and the title comes up, it's PB&J Otter. So I'm assuming they're otters and they look kind of cute. I feel like the dad looks the cutest.
You like the dad?
I think the dad looks really
Got a
cute.
little tuft of hair on his head, probably balding if he were a human.
And they look like a happy little family.
Well, Kate, have you ever seen? Oh, sorry, hold on. Hi, I'm Tyler.
And I'm Katie.
You're listening to Not-Stalgia, the podcast where we definitely remember, after almost 500 episodes, the way to record an intro.
Honestly, we're just doing our best, just like everybody.
Kate, Catherine, have you ever seen...
PB&J!
PB&J Otter.
I don't think so, but these guys do look cute, so I feel okay about it.
So, the Disney Channel. What do you know about it?
I know that Hilary Duff was on it. I know it gave us such Disney Channel original movies as My Date with the President's Daughter. You can put the music in. My Date with the President's Daughter. Some other Disney Channel original movies, such as Brink.
Can I actually you for a second?
Go ahead.
You're doing really good, and I hate to
Oh
even
my
do
God,
this.
he's here to actually
I
me.
hate to even do it.
You
but
can sleep in the guest bedroom.
My Date with the President's Daughter.
Oh my God.
Frankenstein's monster is not called Frankenstein, right? My Date with the President's Daughter was a Wonderful World of Disney made-for-TV movie that aired on ABC, and then those often re-aired later on the Disney Channel. I'm so sorry, it was not a Disney Channel original movie, but that's a common misconception about that one, so I'll let it slide. But I guess by me saying this, I'm not letting it slide.
I hope you like sleeping in the guest bedroom.
So the Disney Channel, Kate, all good though. You're right about all of those.
It did those things.
Except the one very specific terminology there.
I'm going to beat you up.
I'm really fun at parties. The Disney Channel launched in 1983 as a premium cable channel that aired old and new Disney movies and TV shows. When it first launched, its early morning hours were a mix of like lots of different types of programming. There's this thing called Good Morning Mickey, which was just old Mickey Mouse cartoons. And we're talking like 5 a.m. to maybe 9 or 10 a.m., right? So you have Good Morning Mickey, old 1940s things. Mousercise, which is a Jane Fonda-esque workout show that was Disney themed. And that actually, we should put a pin in that and actually do an episode on that sometime.
Was
Sounds
it starring
fascinating.
children?
I don't know. I think the head person was an adult woman, but I don't know if it was for children or not.
All right, so something called Mousercise.
Welcome to Pooh Corner.
Tyler.
You know that Futurama where Fry is imprisoned and he's talking about how his droppings are everywhere, and someone's like, I forget who says it. They're like, why don't you, like an animal would go in the corner? And Fry goes, the corner, of course. Like he didn't think to poo in one area. Pooh, welcome to Pooh Corner. I'm sorry. That was like a Winnie the Pooh thing with scary looking live action Winnie the Pooh puppets and costumed people. That was
Absolutely not.
That one was for preschoolers, but it's like this mix of like, who is it for? They haven't really figured out. Like you said, is it Mousercise for children or adults or what? But over time, these early morning hours are going to change and morph into something a little more preschool friendly, likely due to competitors like Nickelodeon, who they've been doing their thing in the early morning hours called Nick Jr. since 1988. The Disney Channel finally officially they rebrand their morning hours in 1998 to officially say this is for preschoolers, and they name their early morning block Playhouse Disney. They already had a show from the year before, 1997, called Bear in the Big Blue House. Are you familiar with that? He's like a big friendly, but no? Okay, yeah, all right, he's a big friendly. You're shaking your head at me.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Okay,
no.
just want to let everyone know you were shaking your head. So they're going to say, okay, we're calling this Playhouse Disney. It's for preschoolers. We're going to use the show we already have, Bear in the Big Blue House, and we're also going to launch 3 new shows. Out of the Box, which is this wonderful live action show. We're going to do an episode on it, but our neighbor said she wanted to be involved when we do that episode, so I'll save that for a time when she's free. Roly Poly Oly, which is a 3D animated show, some of that weird early 3D TV animation.
Okay.
And this one, PB&J Otter, which is, as you can see from this freeze frame, a traditionally animated show. It was created by someone who you've seen a show he's created before. Can you tell by looking at the otters? This is a high level of difficulty question. Really scrutinize their designs.
Doug.
Bingo. You are 100% correct, Kate.
You know why?
What gave it away?
It's because the mom otter looks like a character from Doug.
Yeah, she's purple. You're right. If she didn't have the cartoon, not the cartoon, the animal nose, you're right. She would just be a Doug. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
But they all kind of have
She
Doug.
looks like Mrs. Dink.
Yeah, yes. And they all have Doug-esque features. Like there's something about their eyes and their proportions. Anyway, so Jim Jenkins, the creator of Doug, who himself looks just like Doug if you ever see him.
He looks like that otter.
Kind of talks like him. He also, other than Doug, he co-created a show called Allegra's Window for Nick Jr. So he has done some preschool before PB&J Otter. And what happened was, we talked about this at length, and I'm sure you remember every detail, Kate, so I won't get into all of it, but Disney bought Doug, and when they bought Doug, part of the deal was they didn't just get that, they got Jim Jenkins' entire production company, and he got to make some new shows just for Disney. One of them is this.
They bought Jim Jenkins.
They bought Disney.
They were like, give us Jenkins.
The way that I described Fry from Futurama locked up in a little cell, Jim Jenkins is like that in the Disney headquarters. So he keeps saying he's trying to pitch a Doug like sequel show where all the Doug people are time skip, they're older and they have kids, but no one wants it. So anyway, that's real. He has been saying that. PB&J Otter ran from March 14th, 1998 to October 23rd, 2000 for 3 seasons and 65 episodes on the Disney Channel early in the morning. Playhouse Disney. It's about a family of otters, and the 3 children otters are named Peanut, Butter, and Jelly. And they have little adventures and sing little songs, and it's cute. It's a cute preschool show. I was 7 when this came out, so I was kind of on the older end. I was barely too old for it.
Okay.
But I watched so much TV. If there was a cartoon on TV,
you were watching.
I saw it. It wasn't my favorite show. I didn't watch it. It wasn't appointment viewing for me. I didn't watch it religiously, but I watched this show. I came across this show, and in my memory, it was on early enough that I was like getting ready for school, and the TV in my home, Kate, as you know, was on. It was
omnipresent,
always on. So it's in the kitchen on our little kitchen TV. I'm getting ready. I'm watching TV.
Absolutely.
Just bad all around. Probably not the best way to live your life.
Screen obsessed.
But it's what I was doing. And even though this wasn't my favorite, I feel like at this point, we're so deep into this podcast, it's become less about my childhood and more of like an anthropological tour of the 90s and early 2000s. And, I am trying to like unwedge things from my brain a little, even if they weren't super important to me. So figured we'd check this out, see what old Jim Jenkins was up to after Doug. So we're going to watch season 2, episode 22. A tree grows in Hoohaw, which
where? Where?
That's the name of their town. Hoohaw. And that's part 1, and part 2 is Flick's big Fakeout. The big thing everyone remembers about this show, if you ask anybody, is, and everyone at home, think about your answer. I feel like a preschool show host right now. The big thing you remember about the show is, they're all saying, Kate, the noodle dance.
The what?
It's a dance about thinking, about using your noodle. It's a song that I believe they sing in probably every episode. It's really the only thing I remember.
It's like a creepy kids singing together.
PB&J, yay, oodalay, oodalay.
So,
oh, wow. I forgot I knew the theme song, too. It's one of those kind of things. Look, there's some raccoons in town.
It's like a nice little, it's like Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
But they all live on the river. They're
they all have,
river people.
What do you call these?
Those are called boats, Tyler.
Yeah, but what do you call it when it's a house?
Like a barge, maybe?
Like
houseboat?
A houseboat? They all have houseboats.
What do you call that when there's a boat that's a house?
And look, you can tell by the color coding who's who.
Can you?
In the logo, the P and the B and the J were the colors of the animals. You're right. P should not be red, but if it is, you should go to the doctor. Uh-oh, Mayor Jeff's talking to a tree.
Mayor Jeff is unwell.
He does kind of look like an old burnt-out hippie, though.
Mayor Jeff, you got to cut down the tree. You can't be sentimentally attached to the tree.
Is this like a metaphor for like taking your elderly parent off life support or something? Yeah, Mayor Jeff's upset because this tree was planted by his father when his father was a baby, but the tree's old and has like ash borer and has to get cut down.
You gotta cut it down. You gotta cut it down. You can't get attached to it. That tree's gonna hit someone's house.
Like the kids don't understand the inevitability of death yet, so they're like, we gotta save the tree.
No, cut that down. Get a reputable company to do it too. Don't just have your cousin do it. She's like, sometimes children, things just die. All right, I'm into that.
Time you learn. In fact, we can keep the tree from suffering by passing laws that allow for well thought out. Oh, here we go. The noodle dance.
What?
They didn't spend too much time before getting us to this. Here they go.
Okay, so they're going to dance and they come up with an idea.
Yeah, and they enter this like idea dimension of like blueprints and schematics. You know, it's just about sometimes you got to get moving around to get the ideas flowing, you know?
That's true.
That was it. That was the song.
That was it.
It was one line. Noodle noodle, use your noodle, do the noodle dance. And unfortunately now preschoolers are learning, instead of to use their noodle, to use ChatGPT and other generative AIs.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, it is nice to see them modeling, like, thinking.
Yeah, how do we solve a problem? Yeah.
You're right. Iterating on your ideas, accepting that not every idea you have is a good idea, how to evaluate them. I can see the
appeal, yeah.
I can see the pedagogy.
So the baby one's wearing a diaper, but the other two are just wearing shoes.
You raise a good point, though. The dad only has a tie on. The mayor is only wearing a hat.
Just a nudist colony. Just a nudist colony out here. Houseboat-based nudist colony. This tree's going to fall and crush these 3 little kids.
This poor mother never gets to take her apron off.
Never.
She's always doing a house chore.
We're getting like some classic Jim Jenkins, like... yeah.
You know what I learned doing this research, and it's not that good because I don't actually have his name written down? The guy who does all those mouth noises in Doug, he did mouth noises for NPR. The guy got fired for being creepy eventually. Guy Noir.
Garrison Keillor?
Yeah.
Prairie Home Companion?
Yes, the Doug mouth guy was on Prairie Home Companion.
He was the Prairie Home Companion mouth guy?
Yes.
There's only one mouth guy in this whole world?
in show business. Is
He just
that
goes,
guy. Yes.
I could be the mouth guy.
He was credited on this show, but I haven't.
Yes.
It's very demure, the mouth noises here. They're very toned down. I'm not hearing like obvious mouth sounds yet, but it does certainly have the same kind of Doug twang to the music. In fact, I feel like there's a lot of banjo going on.
A lot of banjo.
Doug played a banjo on Doug. That was his instrument.
It's nice for kids to connect with American roots music, you know? All right, so the tree has fallen overnight.
It's like been uprooted, destroyed in the storm. Yeah, like replace tree with grandparent for these kids, and it really makes this episode make sense, which I'm sure is the whole point, but kind of funny.
They have to accept that, like, there's nothing they can do.
The tree just got too old.
Died.
No amount of medical intervention. It's kind of like that episode of The Pit where the adult kids are trying to get their dad on a feeding and breathing tube against Dr. Robbie's wishes. Listen to Dr. Robbie. He knows what he's doing.
Mayor Jeff also lives on a houseboat, and he has a toilet on deck that he's using as a planter, which...
He's like a hippie.
Mayor Jeff is absolutely toking up on the deck of this houseboat every single day.
Mayor Jeff looks like he would go see the Grateful Dead.
Oh, yeah.
In concert.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like every show all summer. We're singing.
Mayor Jeff is singing. This is a dance.
This is like oddly like spiritual almost. He's talking about like the cycle of life and death.
Mayor Jeff, more than just a mayor, spiritual advisor,
has taught the children all about, you know, how it's okay if you remember something that has died and gone. All right, this is pretty profound. I wasn't expecting it to be this meaningful. I was just trying to remember the noodle dance and the children named after peanut butter and jelly, but here we are.
Here we are.
Wait, is Peanut eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Seems wrong in some way.
Cannibalistic.
That really does look bad. Oh, it is bad. What happened? Well, I was at the top of this big old mountain when this mountain lion started chasing me. I outran him, of course, but the next thing I knew, I went running right off this huge cliff. Mountain lion? Around Lake Hoohaw? It was a very high mountain. Wow, that's awful. Yeah, it sure does hurt.
See, that's just Doug with a beak.
That's just Roger Klotz. That's who that is.
Oh, yeah.
Look at him.
Yeah, look at the eyebrow.
Look at that duck.
It's so weird that it's musical.
It just out of nowhere.
And like, it's fine, but there really is a quantity over quality question if you're going to create original songs for every 10-minute episode of your cartoon. I guess Doug had music, but it was like, I always forget these words. Diegetic? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
When the music's in the world of the show or not. It's another great, actually very relatable storyline. You got a kid who's jealous of the kid with the broken leg because of all the attention she's getting. The only problem would be if a kid can't make it through the whole episode and it's just like, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Before seeing whatever the consequence and lesson is.
This duck is like, that raccoon got so much attention for breaking their leg. I am going to say that I have 2 broken legs and a broken wing. Amazing. They've come to visit this duck at his fake convalescent bedside. My God, this is every like nightmare parent that you have to be around where it's like, you did fall and hurt yourself, didn't you? Oh, who pushed you? No, this mom's definitely hamming it up because she's like, you're going to have to be in bed for months.
Yeah, this mom's got his ass.
Amazing. I do like when that duck screams in frustration.
Oh my God, even this character's doing the noodle dance.
Every episode, I imagine, this is what happens.
Every episode involves someone having to think really hard to solve a problem. It's good. It's the critical thinking skills that, you know, we hope everybody learns at some point.
I think this duck should at least face some social consequences.
They did forgive him pretty quick.
They were like, yeah, we forgive you.
They made him feel bad for a second at least. Here's his consequence, right? He doesn't have ski or ice skates. They all get to skate while he has to watch.
All right, he can't go skating because his mom has imposed a consequence.
That's good.
This is great. What'd you think?
Fred Newman. I'm pretty sure that's the guy. Obviously, think about this from more of a...
Yeah, a preschool show.
Yeah.
I have to say, I haven't been a preschooler in a long time, but I do appreciate, like, if I had a kid, I would be like, yeah, I think my kid could watch this. I feel like they do a nice job of, like you said, modeling, like, the problem-solving process, where it's like, oh, we have this problem. I could do this, but that's not going to work. So, like, what should I do instead? Like, they do a good job of, like, modeling flexibility. The music was not awful. I hate people voice acting as kids or kid voice actors, so didn't like that.
Yeah.
But I didn't hate this. It felt like in the same vein as Doug, like, very kind of, like, gentle and slice of lifey, even though it was, like, not people, it was otters.
Right. Small town.
Yeah.
Right. But very, like, lesson based, obviously.
Yeah.
Both of these episodes, and all of them, I would assume, are pretty clearly like moralizing, but not annoying. I mean, I agree. I thought it was, again, we don't have kids, but I would be okay with a kid watching this. They're 10 minutes long each.
Yeah.
Maybe they only get through one, but
Yeah.
So these were both nice lessons. The
I
first
didn't
one
hate this.
being a very big lesson, it felt like about life and death. But the second one being really specific about like lying for attention, which is very relevant for kids, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can be.
Yeah, I wasn't upset. This was fine.
Pleasant. Disney did okay. It's research based. In the credits, they were
Yeah.
talking about the whatever consortium helped them do it. Just like Blue's Clues was the same way. Like preschool shows are always weird to cover on here. Like I do think it's important we look at them for our weird mission of watching these things and talking about them. But you know, it is like you said, we haven't been preschoolers in so long. It's very hard to access that in the same way of accessing your like 8-year-old brain.
But like my friends' kids, I'd be like, my friends' kids can watch this. You know, my family's children, they could watch this.
Yeah, thought it was okay.
I didn't hate it.
All right.
Great job.
We used our noodles and watched the PB&J Otters. Next week, Kate, though, I'm going to show you the weird 3D show from Playhouse Disney
no.
Roly Poly. It's so weird looking. I can't wait. All right.
All right.
Tune in next week for some more preschool nonsense.
Okay, where are my Bear in the Big Blue House kids? And my roly-poly-oly crew? PB&J Otter team? How about our out-of-the-box group? Let the play begin! Imagine if you could learn and play every day with friends like Bear, Oli, PB&J Otter, Tony and Biff, Pooh, and Ariel, too. You can inside where learning is powered by imagination.